Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Atlaran Adventuring Company. My name is Taiylor Wallace. I will be your dungeon master this fine evening, and joining me I have a bunch of fucking idiots and Koop. First we got
Oh,
Blake Wolfe.
don't take him out of that.
No, he's an idiot
Yeah, thank you.
in different contexts. But Blake,
Still an idiot.
Why me first?
oh sorry, Ash. I know I went off script. My bad. Ash, you've
I
always
thought
been
you were
first.
mad
Shut
at
up.
me.
I am.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Okay.
Do your trophy thing again. Emojis on it.
Ugh, but then I'm gonna get little smudgies on it again. Okay,
That's what I
whatever.
said.
Smudge.
That-
Clean it later.
Hi. Hey everybody, my name's Astrid. I wrote a book. It's called Perception Check. There's a trophy up here, right there, that I won for it. Because it's award winning. It's the Book Bloggers Book of the Year award. Wait, is that what it is? Novel of the Year
The
award.
last one went so much better than this.
No, it didn't.
It just
I
keeps
did
getting worse.
Yeah, so if you want to read an award-winning book, you should read it.
Did you an award-winning?
What? No,
Sorry.
I
Oh,
pointed up
I
here.
thought you did quotes. I looked away.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, it
No.
sounded you went like
Award-winning.
Yeah.
anyway.
Award-
Is it my turn now?
Yeah, go for it.
The
Hi,
end.
Oh,
Blake.
sorry.
yeah.
You cut
Blake
out
R.
on
Wolfe.
my end. So, hey, look. It's me.
Hi.
I'm Blake R. Wolfe.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
I write werewolf butt smashing, and you can check that out. Yeah. It's kind of
I like
gay.
that.
Like a little
Kinda.
bit, I guess.
A little.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
exactly
I
how it
was
goes.
Like
kind
the-
of. That's what I was
Bro
kind of
kind
thinking.
of
Like
gay.
just.
Yeah, it asks that age-old question: what happens when you touch two donuts together?
It
Other
asks
than
the
that,
question.
yeah,
I do wonder
asks.
that.
So you can find my stuff at blakerwolf.com. You can also find my other pen names there that I write other smutty things. Have fun.
Instead of a black hole, it makes a donut hole.
Uh-huh. It just
Uh-huh,
turns into
sorry.
one of those gyroscopes. They're just moving around
Yeah.
each
Oh
other.
yeah.
Turns
Mhm.
into an orrery.
Yeah.
We also have Zach Gale. He does some
Hey.
stuff.
Hey, what's up? I do many things. None of them amazingly well, but
None of them involving
know.
donuts.
I unless it's eating them, I can eat a donut like a fucking champ. Yeah, I wrote some of the music that'll be appearing in this episode, and hopefully future ones, and maybe some extra music that'll be coming in the future.
Woo.
Hell yeah.
Yee.
Do you have a book?
I-
Do you want to talk about your book?
I mean, I can. I wrote
Okay.
I wrote a thing. It's on Amazon. Some empty houses might really be haunted. You can buy one if you want.
Empty chairs and empty houses.
Where my friends will haunt no more. Also, when Koop was down there, I thought he was gonna stand back up and like cross himself just because how stupid.
God.
But we also have Zach Koop.
Fun fact about me, I can't eat donuts because I can't have gluten anymore.
Oh my god, are
You
you so special
Can
now?
eat donuts. I am gluten intolerant for years. You can eat all the donuts you want. They just can't have flour in them.
That's true. Yeah. Anyway,
That's all.
hi. I'm here too.
Cats is donuts. Good stuff. But anyway. Hi. Hello. I'm Taiylor Wallace. You can find me on the internet in places. I write things. I edit things. Primarily master. You can also, support us in the stream. No, I'm not doing it this time because we're changing things. Why? We are. If you support the stream, you can check out Wayward and the Wanderer, which is a book that Blake and Ash and I wrote and are working on the future ones in the series. And you can also visit our Redbubble. All our stuff is in the link tree. It's in place and things.
Fun fact
I
about
wanna play
Wayward
some-
and the Wanderer.
Yeah.
So I have the file of the book cover saved on my computer as WAW, but it's all capital letters. So every time I see it, I just hear Christopher Walken
Wow.
going, "Wow!"
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh
It's a
wow.
D&D book. I can't do a Christopher Walken impression. Um,
I
anyway,
have that. Oh,
His dungeons and his
No.
drag. No, I can't do it either.
okay.
Can we play some fucking D&D, please?
Who
So
I
fight
guess.
us?
let's do
Who
this. Let's
fight
go to
us?
Atlaran.
Let's go to it, Lauren.
You sound like who's that guy who does the he plays the clown character in one of the D&D groups I keep seeing online. And he
I'm going
sounds
to
like
commit
the
various war crimes.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's from Legends of Evantris. Yeah.
Oh, so funny. He's the Mad
No, we
Hatter
said a
from
war
Alice in
crime. I'm
Wonderland.
going to
Yeah.
commit many wars. Geneva Convention? Or like Geneva Suggestion.
Oh my god.
I wish I
love
could do
that
that
voice.
voice.
That character still haunts the future campaigns on that show too.
I love it.
Oh my god. Chuckles is best.
That's it. Chuckles.
Chuckles the space clown.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Shut the
Fuck
fuck up.
space
My internet
clowns.
connection is fine.
Is it?
Yes. It better be. It's gonna be weird, but I'm trying, man. I can't do anything. It's just not working. So we're just gonna have to deal with the phone.
It is what it is.
Yep. Let me see if I can actually get it a little bit better service over here.
Yes. Put it in the window.
In the wall.
No.
The sweat drops down my balls.
Oh, you bitches crawl!
Oh, you bitches crawl.
You sound like Goofy.
Oh, skeet, skeet.
Oh,
yuck,
skeet,
yuck,
skeet,
motherfucker.
skeet, skeet, skeet.
Oh, yuck, yuck, goddamn.
I want to
Oh,
hear
damn.
sing Shakira.
Shakira.
You guys
Well,
are
my
literally
breasts
doing
are
exactly
small and
what
humble.
Steven does all day long.
Yeah, it's become goofy. It's not Chuckles anymore.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I sent you that one earlier. I kid you not. Steven was like, the thing I love about donuts is you can't eat the same donut twice. He's walking around the house doing Disney songs. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god.
I think the service got worse over there.
It's because Dad's house is made of plaster, lead, arsenic. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah.
Mold.
Yeah.
The corpses of the damned.
Yep.
Yep.
Accurate.
All my dead pets.
Why do you keep putting them in the wall?
He just has a hatch. He's just like,
No, they're just on the property.
it's the
Anyway.
ghost of my ancestors.
It's the ghost of the cow. All right. So this is about as good as we're gonna get. So let us begin, shall we?
We begin.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Sure.
Last time we did a big old wrap up of the Oscar banishment. And did kind of a recap of most of the case, so doesn't bear repeating here. But you guys stuck around for a little bit to help out, deal drugs. And then eventually you made your way to an airship to get to Konstanos. And here is where we enter the second case. Tentatively, because I don't know what you fuckers are going to go off and do. The Boeing fever outbreak. Last time, Damian shared with you some information he had from the... actually, hold on, step back. You all welcomed to Castille Investigations. What's up?
You said step back,
We all
so
took
we
a
all
step
took
back.
a step back.
Oh,
Yeah, we all
Jump
jump back.
Take it back, though,
Exactly.
y'all.
You knew exactly where I was
Yes,
going.
as soon
Taylor.
as I like started to do it, I was like Winifred Sanderson.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, that entire movie just played in my head in 5 seconds.
Yep.
You guys were welcomed to Castille Investigation by Renee Moreau, the handler, chief cook, and bottle washer, secretary, minder of Damian, of that lady whom none of you have met yet. Except,
Babysitter.
of course, yes, babysitter, especially
Yeah.
with some of the stuff she said in your letter, Ezra. You each received a personalized letter. To be completely transparent, Todd and Preston, you guys' were mostly the same, except for a couple personal touches. Ezra got a much more personalized one because Renee actually knows a little more about it. But anyway, speaking of Renee, and the Boeing fever outbreak, Damian shared with you the information he has thus far on this case. An outbreak of a human-specific malady known as the Boeing fever has come to Konstanos again. There have been a few outbreaks since 356 when a doctor from the Constantian Board of Health discovered this disease, or illness, or whatever the fuck we're going to call it. And they managed to find treatments for it. Hi, buddy. With PANA-based drugs, which of course also caused a whole nother issue of addiction. There have been, and each time treatments have had to be adjusted, but the most recent that you have heard of is getting a little more vicious. It is known to destroy the eyes of victims. It's known to kill. It is also known to seemingly inhabit Smokeway, one of the neighborhoods of Konstanos. But as of late, it has been drifting out further. Thus far, all you know is that there is a theory that it does originate in Smokeway due to the pollution there, but it doesn't quite make sense how it spreads yet. But we'll get more into those details later. Damian had a little correspondence with Renee, idea he had, and she is working on getting you some more information through people she knows in Konstanos. Arrive. It is Saurus the 25th. I have been saying it's summer in the southern hemisphere for the entire last case. That's not true. It's been spring. My bad. I got my map or calendar mixed up. But you guys arrive aboard a large passenger airship that shortened your what would have been a months-long sailing voyage to a single month-long flight. You touch down in the outer area of Aranath, in a huge complex of air docks or air piers, as they're sometimes called. It is a gorgeous, clear late spring morning. And you guys are just outside of the city. Have the map up if anybody needs to see where you are. Aranath is in the upper left along the Anima River. And the nearest entrance is going to be through Angiram Andros. You guys, all having been here in previous campaigns, know a little bit of this city, but of course it has changed. The most obvious change of which is just technology. Airships everywhere. But as you guys touch down, get ready to disembark, or you do disembark, however you want to start. What would you like to do?
What is your plan?
Well, fellows,
And chicken, excuse you.
and others, and distinguished guests. I do technically live here, so we can go pop on down to La Compagnie, and
Sorry.
what? That's what it is.
I
La
just
Compagnie de
forget that it was French.
La Compagnie.
La Company.
La Compagnie de Fleurs.
Diffuse.
I actually get to bring up my French accent now.
My French accent.
But I stuttered. Shut up.
I am so French.
God.
Shut the fuck up. What are you guys doing? Stop.
I'm trying to say, so
No,
I'm
I know.
like,
I'm not
okay.
yelling at you, Ash.
So if we want to stay somewhere, potentially for free, then we can go do that. As far as anything else, I don't know. Damian is the one who's in charge. I just kind of go where he tells me to.
His
I
eyes don't
never
blink at the same
realized how
time.
slightly cross-eyed this cat is. I
Oh
love it.
yeah,
His
Yu
eyes
does
also
have a
go.
little bit of a
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Hey, upset. Do you want to go down? Do you want to go down? There you
No
go.
thoughts, head empty.
Yep.
Anyway, do we want to
Yeah,
go to
let's
La
go.
Compagnie de Fleurs?
Let's
need
go to
La Compagnie de
Ezra's
Fleurs.
we need a place to stay.
whorehouse.
We need a place to
Yay.
stay. So that's a
Yeah,
It's
good
not
shelter,
mine.
shelter
House
is
Gyarados
first.
with us.
I
Okay,
just
well, La Compagnie de Fleurs
La Compagnie de
um,
Fleurs.
is
The
what is
flower company.
known as a social house in southwest Corica.
Uh-huh.
That is its
yeah.
name because it's not just about the sex. It's not.
Mm,
Sex is social.
That
it's
it is, but
it's verbal sex.
it is a place. It's more of a like host club with a brothel upstairs. If
And
that makes
everyone there
sense.
is voice activated.
Aren't all humans voice activated?
Not the deaf ones.
Not if they're deaf.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Shut the fuck up, you guys. All right. So, Corica is in northeastern Konstanos within the walls. So following Ezra, who knows this city very well, you guys make your way down to the Anima River, cross it. I'm not dignifying any of this with a response. And you find your way through the massive open greens that are the Avonfear Fields. You guys are aware that this is a section of the city that was destroyed a long time ago by a particularly large red dragon.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
as a nod of respect to her for her reasons for destroying things, and also because Konstanos really doesn't have much green space. Very nice. Oh, that's
Hey,
awesome. I love that.
that's cool.
This is basically an area that is gardens, orchards, parks. There's even like a horse racetrack around here somewhere. There's pastures. But just a big green space for people to enjoy. That makes neighboring Corica a very nice place to live. It is one of the, I wouldn't call it upper middle, but definitely like nice middle class neighborhoods. And it has some cool stuff that none of the other wards have. So you cross along the edge of Lyrius, along the edge of the Guild Walk, and into Corica itself. And in the sort of almost central area, there's an area here you guys can see with like a big courtyard. This is roughly the area where La Compagnie is. Um, the building itself is a three-story, just monolith compared to many of the other houses around here. This is mostly a residential and small business area, full of color and banners and like nice wrought iron decorations everywhere, hanging electric lanterns that still look like the old oil lanterns. Um, it is a large, sort of square footprinted building and is surrounded by four themed gardens. The first floor is a huge ballroom with a few support pillars, as you guys will see as you see the massive windows on the front of the first floor. You can immediately see inside and see all the people moving around with these huge steel beams that go through to support everything. But the themed gardens on the outside are themed around a combination of seasons and elements. So spring and earth, fire and summer, and so on and so forth. There are plenty of outdoor benches. There are peacocks wandering around in a hedge garden. Um, um, and
Hey,
people are
let's
like
all do it.
feeding them. Uh, Yeah, people are like feeding them occasionally, but they kind of keep to themselves. But perhaps most impressive about just the front entrance is the archway over the large, like, cobbled carriage road and big roundabout that goes up to the front. The archway itself has this massive solid silver fleur-de-lis set into it, surrounded by imagery of horses and knights and fairy tales just strewn down this metal arch going to the ground. And there are not trellis, there are vine flowers growing up through everything. So morning glories and that sort of thing. And there's just greenery absolutely everywhere. There's like a landscaping crew on the grounds at all times. Ezra would know. You see them pretty much 3 seasons out of the year every year. You know them by name at this point. Um, there are plenty of people around just sort of hanging around the gardens, but you notice that every group of people has at least one person who is sort of draped in either something silky and sort of sheer and beautiful, or somebody who's like especially muscle bound, or somebody who's especially like chiseled jaw, or just beautiful people. Um, and as you approach the front door, Ezra, um, you see a very, very large orc man standing next to the door. He is sort of a, how to put that? He's like a mountain man, just big, burly, and like functional muscle kind of way. Got like a bunch of hair on his chest. He's got big, broad, bared arms. He always wears like sleeveless shirts.
He's a bear.
Yeah, he's a bear
A little
basically.
bit.
He'd be
Yeah.
a bear.
Does he wear bicep cuffs?
He does actually.
Of course he does. He's into BDSM as well.
Probably. Makes sense.
That wasn't a secret you're supposed to know about him yet.
Oh, I mean, it kind of gives it away. You might as well just be standing there in leather chaps and a chest harness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he does wear that sometimes. But you do notice that for as like rugged and scarred up as he looks like an orc who's been through centuries of war. But he's wearing some very nice clothes. He has like this you know the style of shirt that his is sleeveless, but the style of shirt that has the like laces in front. It's sort of partly
Mm,
undone and it's like made of, it's probably not silk, it's probably more linen, so it's very flowy. Some nice like form-fitted like breeches, some nice knee-high boots with a cuff top. Um, and you notice that as he's standing there with his arms crossed, you can see that in his knuckles as they lay across his arm, his knuckles, he's not wearing something. There is steel implanted into his knuckles,
hot.
and you can see plates across the first like joint of his finger. Um, but he's just standing there. He's got like the like mohawk dreads going on where they're mostly pulled back and braided. And he's got these big, because he's a full orc, he's got these huge tusks, and he looks just permanently pissed off, but that's just how he looks. Um, but Ezra, as you guys approach, he's just standing there, kind of watching people move around the gardens. The doors are open. He's just keeping an eye on whoever goes inside. Um, and then he spots you.
Hey, Butch. What's up?
And
Butch,
he
are you kidding me?
sighs.
I'm
Um,
back. Did you miss me? I missed you.
I love how you don't give him a chance to answer. Yeah, every time he goes to start, you say something else and he just kind of goes with it. But eventually he nods slightly and he says, "Welcome home, Ezra."
Thank you. I brought some friends. Is that okay?
I don't know, who are they?
Well, one of them is my brother.
He
I'll
looks
let
at
you guess which one.
he looks at Preston.
It's actually the chicken. Um,
Looks at the chicken. Glances at
yeah.
Damian. You've seen Butch just like look over people before. He looks at Damian once, doesn't seem that concerned about him. He looks back at Preston and Todd.
Oh. So I know mom typically doesn't love when I bring company over, but we're in town for a little bit, and I
She
figured,
likes when you bring paying company.
mm, well, we can give him a discount, right? Because like ain't cheap to stay here.
We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
And he
Can
sort of
I
picks him. Yeah,
can I mage hand a single gold coin out from under my wing and just tuck it between his perky man titties?
all right. I don't mind tips. And he doesn't move it. He just walks away. It's stuck there. Uh, but
Perfect.
he steps in through the door. You guys see these massive double doors are built with like a thin sort of layer of trellis over them. So they're actually plants that live on this door that move with it. More morning glories and that kind of thing. Um, actually, are any of you trained in nature?
Am I?
I am nature. Does that count?
I
No.
sure am
No,
not.
I'm not
I
trained in
am
nature.
I am not proficient in nature.
Are
No,
any of you trained
nah.
in medicine?
Yes,
Oh,
no.
very much. Yes.
Absolutely not.
kind of.
Do you have the medicine skill?
Well, we all do.
Proficiency.
Are
No,
you
do you have
proficient
proficiency?
in
Oh,
it?
I'm not proficient. No.
Okay, Damien, go ahead and make me a medicine check.
23.
23. So the flowers that were on the archway, you knew right away. Morning glories, harmless. They're very recognizable.
Oh no.
On the door of La Compagnie de Fleurs, you notice almatum flowers.
Oh,
Hmm. Interesting. Those aren't bad because they're probably not the super mutated version that would take over the world.
No, these are perfectly lovely sort of decoration type flowers.
Hmm.
They do
I
have
called it.
medicinal uses.
Mhm.
And they can be dangerous if used in certain ways. But most of all, people just like the fact that they grow very fast, they are very healthy, they have a lot of blooms, and they just kind of stand up to anything.
It's a cute weed.
They're like the snake plant of flowers.
Okay.
No, they're like the spider plant of flowers.
Also, to add some context to the earlier moment where Ezra was like, "I bet you can guess which one is my brother." Damian is like trying to keep a low profile in Konstanos,
Uh-huh.
so he's got like a pea coat with like a big collar that he's got popped up, and he's got
Uh-huh.
on like those like he's got on sunglasses that are like the round black lenses
Of course
that
you
cover his
fucking do.
eyes. And he's
God
got
damn it,
a
you're stealing Dell's look.
he's got a Dell wears a bowler cap, right?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so he is wearing like a more of a like a derby hat, I would say then.
Same damn thing.
it's
Yeah,
the
I know.
same thing.
I know. But anyway, he is kind of stealing Dell's look a little bit while
Yeah.
he's in town
I
trying
like
to
it though. That look
not
is
draw attention,
hot. But yeah, Butch steps in
especially
through
in
the
the sun.
doors. Uh,
Yeah.
and inside, you guys already saw a glimpse of it through the big windows, but inside you're greeted by, if any of you have ever played The Witcher 3, uh, and you remember the big garden and brothel in Novigrad, it's kind of that vibe. But what you see before you is essentially a ballroom. which is laid with a combination of like wood around the edges and then a big stone mosaic floor in the middle that's just like flower patterns. Um, there are mostly matching tables all over the place, some round, some square, some long, with all matching chairs at all of them that are like these very well padded plush wooden chairs. Um, you see along one wall where there are very few windows, there's a very long bar that's being tended by a few different people. Granted, it is still like late morning, so it's not busy in here, but it does seem like there are some regulars that literally come here for like lunch or breakfast or just to get drinks. There's like people having brunch together, with being hosted by one of the courtesans. There's like a group of women in one corner, like middle-aged to older women, just like flirting with a cute 20-year-old. Um, there are servers walking around. There are a few courtesans in like their drapey clothing or just beautiful looks, just kind of wandering, socializing, seeing if they can pluck anybody. But yeah, it's a fairly slow time of day. Along the opposite wall, you see lots of different kinds of art, reliefs, some statues, more like indoor plants, paintings, and a corded off stairway that goes downward. Ezra, you would know that that goes down to the cellar, the kitchens, and so on. And above it is a sort of grand staircase going upward to the rest of the three-story building. But as Butch leads you all inside underneath this just glorious crystal chandelier that's like 7 tiers, everything lit by warm electric light, he sort of stops, glances around, points to the opposite end of the room where you see just lounging in this humongous velvet armchair with a way too big fan covered in like Lochmany, sort of Japanese mid Lochmany designs, um, wearing a corseted bodice that is maybe a tiny bit too tight, but it just helps accentuate the fact that her chest is just overflowing. You see an uh, orc woman. Oh, I'm so sorry. She's not an orc. She's a half wood elf, half moon elf. So sorry. I thought she was an orc like Butch. She sort of has medium dark skin, short-ish, wavy black hair that's gathered into like a curled, almost 50s style updo. She's very curvy, a little on the plump side, and she's got pretty broad hips and shoulders. Um, Definitely not your classic idea of the slim, slender elf. It's not very common to see voluptuous elves. They're just naturally slender. Um, for the rest of you guys, imagine Ella Fitzgerald.
Hmm.
With pointed
Yes.
ears, got it.
You what?
Yep.
With pointed ears, got it.
Yes.
Mhm.
But she's not like my level of queen tall, but she is a little on the tall side. Just an over all around bigger woman. But yeah, she's just gently fanning herself in the warm spring air. The windows are thrown open behind her. She has a little like table covered in grapes and different fruits and candies next to her. There are a couple of the courtesans just sitting on the steps up to her little platform, just chatting with her and taking a break. She very much looks like she lounges in the lap of luxury here. But the moment she spots Ezra, the fan drops to the floor. She stands up and her like gown sweeps around her this just velvety folds of green that almost shimmers blue in the light in some places. And she comes rushing across the floor. and grabs you by the face, just squishes you, and plants a kiss on your forehead.
Hi, Mom. Did I make curfew?
Did you make curfew? And she just holding you, she's like, "Hello, my love." And she just kisses you again, kisses
Mm.
both cheeks, and pulls you in. You just drown in her boobs. And she just holds you, and she's like, "I would say you're about 3 months late for curfew, actually. So
Ah,
we're gonna
shit.
have a little word about that." And she's still like
I tried
squeezing
my
you.
best. I tried my
Yeah,
best. I
you're
really
just
did.
muffled. I try my best.
Yeah.
Um, and she sees the rest of you standing there, and she lets Ezra go, and he drops like a foot back to the floor. And she just claps her hands together, and she says, "Well, we have guests. Your guests?"
Yes. So everyone, this is Madame Mael, uh, aka Mom. I call her that. Nobody else calls her that.
There's a
Um,
few who call me that, but you know.
yeah, yeah. Um, so this is well, okay, it's a little complicated.
I love
This is
complicated.
my this is my brother.
I take a half
Oh,
Okay.
step back when I get
guests, not.
introduced to not get hugged and kissed and drowned in boobs.
Yeah, she does like she had her hands clasped. She does go, "All right. I read body language. I get it. It's all right."
He's not a toucher.
Guests.
Yeah.
Guests, not guests. Oh, I
Yeah,
understand.
no. Not
Um,
no.
you're Damian, yeah? And she kind of like leans over a little bit. She's like, "Wally's told me about
Did I hear that?
you." Make a perception check.
That one.
Nope. She
Nope.
just whispered something at your brother, and it's like, what
Uh-huh.
secrets do they already have?
Yeah, it's like
Um,
I
that's
I
good.
whisper back in her ear very quietly, not as much as he's told me about you.
oh, oh, I'm so flattered.
Damian made a joke.
And none of
Uh,
us heard it.
Yep.
and she didn't get it. Um, but she then turns toward Preston. And Preston, you're a bit taller than her, but like proportionally, she matches you for just like how curvy and like big you both are. Minus the corset that's holding in a lot of stuff.
This is
Preston is
Preston.
he's definitely standing there very awkwardly.
And she like offers a hand, and she's like, "Enchanté."
Uh he kind of
Gross.
slowly and awkwardly holds out his hand to like take hers, but then lifts up the trunk and just like boop, like right on the top of her hand with his
That's
trunk.
Aw,
so fucking
cute.
cute.
Yeah.
And she like pulls her hand back and just sort of like puts it over her heart, and she's like, "Oh, what a gentleman." "And who is this?" And she looks down at Todd.
That's
Peacock.
Todd.
You just cluck at her?
Yep, just clucking.
"Well,
That's
Now,
Todd.
wait, hold on. Do you cluck or do you
Do
telepathically
you
make a fake clucking noise in her
yeah,
mouth?
do you go bacock?
Bacock!
Um, no, I'm actually gonna do chicken noises this time.
Beep. Hi, buddy.
Cluck, cluck. Cluck, cluck.
Yeah, and she like sort of crouches down in front of you, and she's like, "Oh, you have such a sweet little hat. Oh, and a harness. I love harnesses."
Uh-huh.
And she doesn't go to pet you, she just offers out a hand.
I Oh, hang on, I have something. I have something. I will reach under my wing and take out a mouse tail and put it in her hand.
Mm.
My lucky rat tail. Sorry, my head's still in
Yep.
Hocus Pocus. But she doesn't like scream or anything. She just looks at it and she's like, Is this a rodent tail?
That's
Well,
actually a very high compliment from him.
I also give her one piece of corn.
Wow, he loves you.
I do think we are friends. And she takes it very gingerly and puts them into like a little pouch on this like chained belt she has on her gown. And she goes over to her like plate of fruits and such, and she just leans down to let you take whatever you want.
What is she handing? I'm sorry, all my audio cut out
Fruit.
for some reason.
She
Fruit.
has like a tray of fruit that she brings
Hmm.
to you and like leans down for you to take whatever you want.
Hmm.
There's some
Yeah,
exotic stuff on there.
I guess I'll take the weirdest looking one she's got.
Probably dragon fruit.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Chickens love the color red. Yeah, that checks
yeah.
out.
Chickens love
Yeah, it's like
dragons.
wedges of dragon fruit still in the
Hmm.
skin. Um, but
You
yeah,
know what? Actually, anything that is red on that plate, because chickens actually have like a biological thing, they can't help it.
uh-huh.
I'm going
Oh,
to peck a hole in every single red thing on that plate.
All right. So the cherries, the strawberries, the dragon fruit, the pomegranates, the cranberries, all of it. It's all been
Hmm.
packed, and she just lets it happen. She doesn't care. And once you're sort of done, she just sets the tray back down. And now there are some people staring at you guys because the madam doesn't greet just anybody. Like
yeah.
she does like friendly like hello, welcome back kind of things, and like new people she'll like give an actual like I'm Madam Bastien Mile, welcome to my establishment kind of thing. But she doesn't like do this. But she just sort of loops an arm around Ezra and she brings you back toward her chair. She takes a seat and she like sits you on the arm of it because it's a gigantic fucking chair. And she just has like an arm in your lap, kind of like leaning on you a little bit. And she's like, now, it's very strange for you to have all these guests. What are you
Yeah.
up to? That man looks like he means business.
Mm, yeah.
Also,
So,
where have you been?
I told you I was taking a little bit of a walkabout,
I
right?
know, but you
A
didn't say
little.
you were gonna go off and, find your brother. I thought you two had problems.
Oh, well, okay. Problems might be a little. It's like lowercase p problems,
Oh,
like
okay. Well,
stuff
I
that,
was thinking
yeah.
uppercase
No,
problems.
no. It's whatever. We've sort of made up, sort of.
That's
Um,
nice.
I would say so. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
he
sorry. I'm
got
so rude. Olvie, please come take seats. And she like motions to the like steps where there's cushions and stuff. She's like, please join the conversation, all of you.
I find the spot that has the least amount of where people can see me.
oh my God.
Cool.
Todd hops in her lap.
Oh, okay. Yep, and she just kind of tucks you. Uh yeah. Just has an arm around you, arm around Ezra now.
Hmm.
Mhm.
She's very cuddly and soft.
Yes.
Um, but yeah.
Yeah, so I he got a little banged up and so I just
He
paid him a
looks
little
like
visit.
it.
Yeah, he was worse. Um,
Oh,
yeah. So I just paid him a little visit and then he was like, "Hey, why don't you come like hang out with me and get money with me?" And I was like, "Sure, who doesn't love money, right?"
I
Um,
mean, family and
yeah,
money, best two things.
exactly. Exactly.
You know the old
But
saying, definitely get into business with family.
right,
She
yeah.
didn't say that. She just said family and money are the best two
I know.
things.
Yeah. Um, well, and then but when we were on our way to get said money, there
Hmm.
was a tragedy,
Oh,
in which everyone died except
oh,
us. Yeah. Um,
good Lord.
yeah. But we're fine now. We saved a town from little bat creatures and um a scary lady in a volcano. Um,
She's just so enchanted.
yeah.
The way you're
Yeah.
explaining it is like it was just a little jaunt.
There's a whole town indebted to me now because I gave them the ability to protect itself. Yeah, so and then we were like, hey, why don't we just pop on back in Konstanos? Um, yeah, and here we are.
Anything particular you up to? Are you back to stay?
I don't think so. Not for I there's just some other things that
Okay.
the whole reconnection with the estranged, constipated, constantly brother. Um it,
Preston definitely looks right at Damian when Ezra says that.
Madame Bastien just
um
sort of covers her
No
mouth,
emotion.
just
No
politely.
emotion.
yeah, so like I'm kind of working on that a little bit, but we did come here
Todd
because
gives you a piece of corn, Damian.
I take
That
it.
doesn't have fiber in it, buddy.
yeah, it's just gonna come out whole.
Oh my god.
um
Hmm.
Yeah, so we did pop into town because we heard that there might be something going on in particularly Smokeway.
Oh, there's always something going on in Smokeway.
Yeah, this is kind of like a eyes bleeding out of people's heads kind of illness kind
Oh,
of
you mean
thing.
that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Uh, well, you should probably know. Not someone you were close with, but do you remember Jeremy? You know, sort of
Do I
newish.
do I remember Jeremy?
Vaguely. New young guy.
Yeah, he was the one with the flat ass. Go on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Poor Jeremy.
well,
Why you gotta do him like that?
And then he
He's dead
died,
now.
probably. Yeah.
he uh he got very sick
Oh.
and he went blind and he decided he wasn't going to work here anymore, even though we were willing to, work with him to help him get over that hurdle. But
Mm.
yeah, so we've had firsthand experience here. We've had a couple people get sick, but not that sick. And of course, it's just the humans
Oh, okay.
thus
I
far, of
didn't.
course. It's
Yeah.
only ever been humans as far as I know.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess we're just kind of like looking into that a little bit, seeing if there's anything we can do. There's a few of us know some uh MAGIC. So
Oh.
yeah.
Ice cream?
What?
So
Hearing words spelled never helps me. So it took me a second.
Um,
so
but she
to
she
to
nods. She says,
to put it a little bit more briefly, we're working. We need a place to stay. We need it to be discreet.
Oh
and
yeah,
she
discreet, whatever.
she smiles. She says, "Well, the house itself is probably not the most discreet place, but this isn't all there is to the house. Oh, sorry, you three are not in on well, you two, and I'm not sure if the chicken understands, but we call this place the house most of the time. But I do have apartments and uh, townhouses where several of my workers stay for, lowered rent. I own the places, so they work for me. And I don't charge them as much. I don't need to. I can probably figure out something with that. Ezra lives in the house on the top floor. Uh,
I mean,
I
you all can
think
just stay in my room. We can have a fun little sleepover.
it's a bit small for three people, don't you think? And a chicken?
Yeah, my brother, well, no, you're actually not very frugal, are you? You just throw money all over the place because you have an aversion to people. Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. You
Offer,
can.
offer.
Mm.
Um, I do have a townhouse available. Um, Since you're guests of Ezra, I can offer you the same rate that I offer to my workers.
Which is.
I
There
can't
you
hear
go.
you, Coop.
Which is.
Fuck, I don't know what rent is in
Sorry.
D&D.
Which is.
Hold on.
It's 12,000 gold per week.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck
God.
me.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
You gotta suck a lot of dick to live
I'm
in the
sorry.
townhouse.
If
for
that's
real.
what rent is, get the fucking guillotines out. We're French Revolution on this shit.
That's already happening.
I
I
know.
was gonna say she
Yes.
sounds like such a good landlord, though.
That's what you think, and then she gets you to sign a contract.
We
Yeah.
get to the townhouse, there's no roof.
Nope.
Right? If you want roof, it's gonna cost extra.
Okay, so I think. Okay, I think this works pretty well. She would be able to rent it to you for 20 gold a month.
Shit, that's not
It's a little
Yeah.
upper, like it's not like high class living, but it's nice.
Per person or total?
No, all together. It's a townhouse with
20 gold. Take it.
yeah.
Take 20 gold. Easy.
Just plinko that
Yeah.
shit in between her cleavage.
25.
Yeah.
Add
I
the
don't think
5.
that's how Plinko works, buddy.
Add the 5
Add the
for
covered
discretion.
garage.
I'll probably still stay in my room if that's all right. You all can bachelor pad it up, I guess.
Yeah.
But
The townhouses are just across the street. It's not far at all.
Yeah.
And she reaches deep into her cleavage and pulls out a little pouch and rustles through it, pulls out a few keys, hands Damian one marked 306.
Can I make a perception check down her cleavage
Sure.
to
It's
see
her
if
own-
she's got like a pocket dimension in there? He just like turns his head to the side, is like looking
got, like,
down.
Horny
my
ass
God.
chicken.
yeah, what the fuck?
That's the thing is, though, he's not.
No, I know.
No, but someone's
Curiosity.
gonna think he is.
Did you say perception check?
I would say investigation.
Okay. 5.
Investigate those titties. Todd, you are convinced she has a bag of holding down there.
I
A
stick
pocket
my head
dimension.
in.
Oh my god.
Make me a sleight of hand check. Make me a sleight of head check.
Sleight of head.
21.
Holy shit. So let me paint you a picture.
Uh-huh.
I
I want to hear
Todd-
him muffled in there. He's just like going through stuff.
You take a moment as she's like leaning over to hand the key to Damian. You're in her lap. You just stand up and just and immediately your face hits several hard objects down there. But your beak kind of like nudges past a bunch of them, and you're like, okay, coins, keys. Is that a whole fucking wine bottle? And then your beak just stops touching anything. It's just empty space. You're pretty fucking sure she actually has a pocket dimension in there.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's cool.
She
And
has a bra of holding.
Yeah.
There you go.
Literally.
Hell
it's a Bravo.
yes.
Those titties
Hell
could
yes.
be way bigger and we'd never know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not like size G's, they're size Z's.
She just got him like snake down in through the
Yeah.
pocket dimension.
But yeah, she's got a whole ass like smallish bottle of wine just stored under one boob. And yeah, just some odd coins and shit. But she has this lovely, like sweet rosemary perfume that you're just now covered in.
I smell like KFC now.
And she has very, very
You gotta
soft
get at
skin.
least 10 more herbs and spices.
But she very gently just sort of loops her fingers around your neck and lifts your head out and says, honey, that's going to cost you about 10 platinum.
He comes out and all his feathers are like pointing the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And his eyes are wide, like he just saw the void because he did.
Yeah, you guys see just 1,000-yard stare Todd.
Uh-huh.
I understand libido now.
You guys
Libido.
would hear over the telepathic connection, you'd be like, I saw the astral plane. It's in there.
That's pretty much that typically happens
It's
whenever
been
anyone gets
revealed
close enough to the goods.
Madame Bastien Miles' tits are the BBEG.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, she just
They
gently
are
puts
also the portable realm gate.
yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah. But she just gently puts Todd back on the floor. Doesn't seem too bothered.
BBBEG.
Yeah.
The double
Big boob
DEG.
The
Yeah.
big bad boobs at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Well,
I've learned
yeah,
things.
she
Condo time.
hands over
appreciate
that.
it.
She will hand over a copy of that key to Preston as well, since she has two. Which says, "Oh, Ezra. So Wally will definitely want to check in with you, and
Mhm.
I think Gideon's got the day off.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Thank
Just so
you.
you know.
Okay. Thank you
Okay.
for letting me know about that.
Thank you for saying
Thanks.
it in front of everybody."
Uh-huh.
But she just puts you back on your feet and just lounges and picks up her fan again. She says, "Let me know if you need anything, have any questions, need a tour, anything like that."
Yeah. Oh, of course.
To
I mean, I
everybody, of
can give him
course.
the tour. Yeah.
Yes, but Ezra, you and I have two very different skill sets.
What I
You're an entertainer, I am a
yeah,
host.
yeah, and so I can make the tour very entertaining.
All right. And she looks at Preston again. She says, if you're interested.
I appreciate it.
I
She
lean
just
over to
smiles.
Preston. I lean over to Preston and I do say it's gonna be really pricey. I'm just saying.
I don't know that Preston 100% picks up on any of the flirting potentially.
It's gonna be a
Yeah,
long campaign.
Might
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
Well, do y'all want to do you want to take the tour? Do you want to go up to my room? We don't need to go to my room right now. It's fine.
Tour of what?
The whole place. Not the whole place, but you know.
And here we see two people fucking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The butthole place.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I'm
this
glad you
is
picked
the
up
room.
on it.
And in this room, we have what we lovingly call the rack.
Yep.
I thought
St.
that we
Andrew's
just
This
Cross.
is the red room.
I thought that Todd just met the rack.
No,
I
that's
did.
the rack with like all uppercase letters.
Mm.
Well, if Wally wanted to talk to me, we could go to the kitchen. Are we hungry? Could we eat?
Can I
I
go?
haven't had breakfast.
Yeah.
Jewel?
Uh-huh.
Let's
I
go get
It could be
food.
Dan.
Yeah. Todd, you stick close to all of us because I cannot guarantee what will happen to you in there. Let's go.
Let's
Come
go. I'm ready for this.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Come
Yes. You head across the room, weaving through the few people that are here. Several courtesans like stop what they're doing and are like, "Ezra!" And like
Hi,
you
babe.
keep getting stopped and like hugged, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and like let you
No, you're
continue about
good,
your
girl.
business.
No, we have to chat later. You
Um,
need to tell me all the gossip. I miss so
yeah.
much.
Need to get up on the tee.
Mhm.
But across the room to where the sort of roped off stairway is downward, and one of the bouncers is sort of watching over it just to make sure nobody sneaks down there. And you see occasionally, like, it seems like smaller folk seem to work in the kitchen just because they can kind of move around unnoticed by taller people. So you see like Vixu darting up and down the stairs, the occasional gnome, uh, and the bouncer, who's another like big burly orc, but not nearly as big as Butch, sees Ezra and opens up the rope for him and kind of gives the other three of you the eye, and then the chicken a very confused look.
The chicken gives him the eye back.
Um, but yeah, you guys head down the stone stairway into the basement of this place. You pass through initially what is sort of a kind of a combination of like big cellar with huge casks, as well as how to describe it, almost like a midpoint between the kitchen and the actual where stuff is being served, like a, I don't know what that would be called. um but like this is where people actually pick up the food to bring it upstairs, like a
Staging
staging area.
area.
Yeah.
The
Sure.
banquet hall. The VFW.
It's sure.
The
Anyway,
foyer.
but there are a bunch of like
The
narrow,
food foyer.
long tables set up that there's not a whole lot going on right now. It's like a little bit of brunch food and then some like snack stuff that's like around all day. Um, and so you guys could grab something there if you want. There's like shortbreads and fruits and bacon and eggs and waffles and all that stuff. Um, but
Can
past
I
that,
choke
yeah.
down an entire croissant, please?
You absolutely can. You
Perfect.
are in the presence of or you are about to be in the presence of one of the finest croissant makers in Konstanos.
Perfect.
So it is fucking wonderful. No better laminated breads. Um, but beyond that, there is a very short hallway with another stairway leading down further. And then one door going off, you don't know where, and then one last one that's opened up to the kitchen itself. The kitchen is this huge stone room that has like those garden level windows up around the top. Um, so the opposite of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So there's a lot of like natural light coming in. There's plenty of electric lights in here. There's a big center island, that's just sort of like prep area, and then the entire room is ringed with counters that have stovetops, more prep areas, cabinets, storage of like tons of spices that even like some fancier restaurants don't carry. And then plenty of food storage and like pantries. You see a couple people moving around here, just kind of cooking this and that, not doing a whole lot because, again, not a lot happening. But the thing that immediately gets your attention is that hanging over the island, there's a rack that has like pots and pans and lids on it. And also hanging from that rack is a Mercoptera. Um, he is upside down. It is close enough that he can actually like flip down and be working on the island while still hanging. And he has his like giant bat ears just shoved inside this little white cap. It's not like a full chef's hat, but just like a little like cylindrical short cap on his head. He has an apron on for some reason. Everything that was in it has fallen out. And also, it doesn't quite work right because it can't loop around him because of his wings. So you see him just get fed up with it and throw it. And eventually his hat falls off too, and he gives up on that. But under that, he's wearing just like some basic comfy clothes because people who work in kitchens don't wear uncomfortable clothing at all. They wear comfy shit like sweatpants. But he's just working away, just mad speed, just dicing through a daikon radish. It almost looks unsafe how fast he's doing this with a giant knife as well. And eventually he just sort of scoops it all with his like little claws and the big blade and pops it into a bowl and grabs the next vegetable. And as he's going, he's just sort of humming to himself and bopping his head back and forth. Um, you hear him humming something that sounds like, I don't know what this world equivalent would be, but it's like he's humming heavy metal.
Yeah.
Um, and occasionally he just goes, dun, 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 and just keeps going.
Thank God.
But yeah, he's just chopping away when you guys walk in, and the rest of the kitchen staff sort of like recognize Ezra, say hello, but they don't disturb the chef. The chef is focused. The chef is in flow
Oh,
state.
Ezra goes and disturbs the chef.
How do you
I'll
disturb the
just
chef?
I'll put my hands down on the prep table in front of him and just be like, Wally, I'm hungry, man. Let's go.
The knife goes like and sticks in the wood block, and he plants his hands. He's like now like curled, like his back is bent weird to look back at you upside down. Or no, with the way he's curled, his head is right side up now. The rest of him is upside down.
Mhm.
And he looks at you in the eyes with just these giant like bush baby eyes. Um and just this big grin just splits his face. And he's got this cute little, like the flying fox nose.
Mhm.
Um, he lets go and drops down, and he's just a little short guy. So by the time he actually lands on the floor, he's kind of like elbows up on the counter. Um, and he's like, "Hi, Ezra.
Hi.
I
How
didn't
are
know you
you?
coming back today when you didn't send me a letter."
I know, I'm sorry. I told a couple people. I told Gideon. I was sure that he was going to say something to you.
No,
But
he hasn't said nothing to me.
ugh, what an asshole, right?
I know. But he's so nice,
Yeah,
though.
I know. He really is a doll. Anyway, mom
Hi,
told me
welcome
that
home.
hi. Yeah, mom
Do
told
you
me to come see you.
do you want me to make your favorite?
Yes, please. Oh my
Okay.
God.
And
I've
he
been
just like,
eating nothing but like little rations for like 3 months and like
oh no,
little
was it
in
was it
food.
the good ones with the biscuits?
No, it was the bad ones with the hardtack.
Oh no.
Were we
I
I
on
I
know.
might
like
I
a
make like
luxury airship?
yeah. No. You guys would have had some pretty okay food, but
I
he's
know,
like,
I'm just fucking with you.
I came up with a way to make hardtack that's actually good, but the secret is it has to be soft.
Well, you know, I can
Got
see how
him,
that would work.
yes.
I can see how that would work.
Yeah, so what you
Um,
do is you make regular hardtack, but you make it soft and you put sugar in it.
oh, so you make a cookie.
I think I killed Ben. Oh my
He left that chair.
god. Are
It's like
you
Ben.
on the
It's
floor?
like Ben fucking ascended.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Jesus. Who is this simple man?
This
I
is
love him.
Wally,
Oh
one of the characters I have been most excited to
God.
introduce.
Um, you know what? You know what, Wall?
Yeah,
That is like a billion gold idea. I'm
I
just
know,
saying.
it's like a
Yeah,
muffin.
right. Yeah, but
Did I
it's
make muffins?
definitely not.
I think I made muffins.
I thought you said
But
Buffin.
you can
It kind of sounds that way.
but here's the thing, it's all about branding, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so if you go around and you say, actually, I invented this brand new thing. It's hardtack and it's really good for you, but it's soft and it doesn't taste like shit. Then people will be like, "Oh my God, they'll eat it up literally."
I know what I'll call it.
What?
I'll call it waffins. You turn the M upside down.
That might Muffins aren't trademarked, are they? Oh no.
I don't think so,
I'm
but
going to have to look into intellectual property law. Oh no.
that sounds
This
really
might be a little
complicated.
more. I know, yeah. Maybe we'll table it for right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to get a business manager. And
Yeah,
then that'll
probably
be
like
okay.
then we gotta file for like an LLC, and it's just like,
I know, we'll call it Wally's Waffins. It'd be great.
there, but all perfect. Alliteration works
Yeah.
so well for marketing, though.
I learned a
This
lot
is
from
great.
the madam about how to run a business.
She is the best at it.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I was cooking for you. Do
Thank
your
you.
friends want anything? Why are there weird people down in the kitchen? They're not supposed to be
Oh,
down here.
I know. Mom said it was fine.
Oh,
They're
okay.
my guests, not the fun kind of guests, the arbitrary
Oh,
kind of guests.
like actual
Um,
guests.
yeah.
Like guests with a
Um,
lowercase g.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hi,
I've just
I'm
figured
Wally.
out this voice.
Yeah.
It's like if Michael Caine lost about 100 IQ.
Actually,
And
it's
if he has a cold,
you're kind of
Yeah.
close. It's Forrest Gump, but English.
Uh-huh. No,
yeah,
I
a little
hear
bit, yeah.
Yeah. And with cold.
it. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, okay, well, if you're lowercase g, guess, would you like anything to drink? I'm sorry, anything to eat or drink? I could do both.
I wouldn't mind an omelette with like cheese and mushrooms.
Okay. Are you vegetarian?
No.
Okay. Good to know. Is anybody vegan or have any allergies or dietary restrictions?
Damian won't shut up about how he's gluten-free now.
Okay. I've got like a special corner. I got like a special corner in the kitchen that's never touched like any flour or anything, so I can make you like gluten-free stuff.
Oh my god.
Damian has died. There's just a corpse on the ground back behind everyone now.
You didn't know
Because of
this
all the
is who you
gluten
were
in the air.
talking to.
It's all the flour.
He lost his mortality as his immortality as an elf about 30 seconds into the conversation,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the years of his life were just sapped away slowly, and then he collapsed and died.
This is the campaign of stupid voices.
Yes.
I want this character in our fucking party right
Yes.
now.
For real.
He's my candidate for you guys' camp cook.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Okay.
Winnie the Poohism that he just did
love
about
him
the
so
soft hardtack, like I love it so much.
Soft tack.
Yeah,
The secret
Yeah.
is you gotta make it soft.
And sugary.
But yeah, he looks at
Christ.
Damian. Oh yeah, Preston, what's up?
I can't have peanuts.
You can't have peanuts?
Oh,
Okay.
ironic.
that is ironic.
Why is
It is
that
a little
ironic?
bit ironical. Yes.
Have you never been to the circus day?
What? Me?
No, Damian.
Oh.
Dude, I mean, well, one, no, I haven't, but also,
It's really fun.
he's not an elephant, he's a loxodon.
Well,
also, circuses are kind of like immoral because they
I
don't treat the animals
know.
right.
I know.
Mr. Loxodon Man. Sorry, I almost call you Mr. Elephant Man. That would be really rude.
You can call me Preston.
Preston?
Yeah,
Is it Preston or is it Preston?
Preston.
Oh, you got a Gale Shelley accent. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but have you ever seen the Taiylor Caravan? It's like the nicest circus there is.
I haven't.
It's a circus
got-
of sad people.
They got lots of animals, but the animals are like family and they're really nice.
That sounds delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've come to town a couple times. They're great.
Anyway, I was supposed to be cooking, so no peanuts. Is the gluten-free stuff? Yeah.
I'll just have what Preston's having.
Okay. And does your chicken want anything?
Yes, preferably he would like to be made into a soup, I think. But
Well, he's wearing a
kidding.
hat.
I'm joking. It's a joke,
Okay,
Wally. I'm sorry.
I can't butcher a chicken wearing a hat.
You don't, please.
I would feel
He's-
really bad because it would feel like I was butchering a person.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It would be. I think he's more intelligent than the average chicken.
Oh, okay.
Um,
And he walks up to Todd and like gets down on his level. He says, "What would you like to eat, little chicken?"
I I mean whatever you've got, I guess.
You actually just say that to
Yeah,
him.
I'm just gonna I'm completely flabbergasted by this person.
Just like Ben is. Like Days, this is a step above Days. This is great. Um,
I wanna make fun of him, but it feels cruel.
Thank you. That's
So
what I
I'm
was
not going
going
to.
for. But yeah, he just starts rushing around this little kitchen and like saying orders to his like sous chefs. He's like, "Okay, could I get some diced up mushrooms? Could I get some sweet peppers, please? And can somebody put the oil on for me? Thank you." And he's just running around like chopping up stuff and getting it ready. Ezra, what
Ezra
is
kind
your
of
favorite
leans on.
dish?
Oh, my favorite dish.
Yeah.
I like a good mushroom risotto.
Oh, cool. Same,
Oh,
same
just
Yeah.
ask
here.
for something that takes fucking 55 minutes to make. You ass.
Does it take
I
that
will do
long?
it.
Yeah,
I'll do
risotto
it.
takes
Risotto takes a
forever to
long
Oh,
time.
make.
I didn't know. I've never made it.
Ezra didn't know
Ezra
either.
doesn't know either and
Yeah.
still doesn't.
Nope, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. So Wally goes around like starting to make his stuff. And he like stops as he's like about to put eggs into a pan. He's like, are we serving all together or do we mind if some people get their food first?
Oh, they can eat
Okay, because
whenever.
it's good to
I don't
take
know.
a while.
Can this
It's fine.
actually just be sent over to the condo across the street
Oh,
when
you
it's
don't
ready?
stay it.
Yeah, why don't you want to hang out with Wally? What's wrong with you?
Wait a minute, you seem really
He's
familiar. Who
cool.
are you?
Because we're here. We've literally met Wally.
Wait, what do you
Um,
mean he seems familiar?
We're
Oh yeah,
here.
it's Damian. Oh, hi, sorry, I
Wait,
forgot
hold
you look
on.
like that. You wear
Hold
the
on.
glasses and the hat. You did have that last time.
We are here to work, and every minute
No
that we
object
spend
permanence.
eating lunch, people are
Damien.
dying.
Damien.
People are dying.
Damien.
People are gonna die whether we eat lunch or not.
I mean,
Do
that's
you
kind of
know
true.
do you know this adorable little man?
Yeah, we're pen pals.
You're I look directly at Damien.
Still has the
just
sunglasses on inside.
I'm just gonna go upstairs and
Probably a
remove
good
myself
idea.
from this conversation.
Probably a good idea, yeah. So, you've been spying on me then.
No.
You're the world's worst liar.
Not technically lying,
Really.
just keeping tabs.
That's called spying. And when were you going to tell me this?
Damian realizes that he doesn't think he was going to ever. Um, I just wanted to know that you were okay while you were here.
So you could have talked to me.
Could I?
Did you try? I mean, you did try a couple of times, but maybe if you did, I don't know, sent something a little bit more descriptive than like, "Oh, I'm so sad about the war." Maybe I would have responded.
Jesus fucking Christ, you made it sound like you just got back from World War II.
Yeah, you did.
My brother
Oh
is
my
so
God.
sad about the war.
Oh my God.
I mean, kind of. Yeah, he kind of did.
Wally was just helping me make sure that you were okay. And he helps me with some other things too.
Oh, so you took advantage of a very kind man.
What?
No, I
No,
pay him.
Okay. As long as you're paying him, I guess, but like
Yeah.
still.
and we're friends. Right?
I have something for you, actually.
Oh, I love gifts.
I pull out the spoon.
Oh no.
And he like offers out his little claws for it.
I pull it back just a little bit and I say, "You're not going to feel very good when you hold this. You'll feel much better when you use it."
Okay.
And
Just trust him.
I have actually wrapped like a little string around it with a label that says what it is and what it does.
The dreadful spoon.
And
is a fork.
I set that down on the counter first so that he can read it before he picks it up, so there isn't a surprise.
He doesn't take a second to read it. He just picks it up.
I love
And then
love
starts
how
crying.
Damian picks it up and there's no fucking difference in him.
Yeah.
I am dread.
No, but Wally just plucks it up and looks at it. Sticks it in the risotto. The risotto falls out of it. This is not a very good spoon.
Read the thing.
The dreadful spoon
To yourself.
Oh
please.
my god.
does not function as a spoon, but rather a fork. 2d4 plus dex.
Oh my god.
Next, he reaches back and pulls out his wallet, which has his character sheet in it.
Yeah.
He goes through. It's like, what is my dex actually? I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Is that one of those things where we look at the recipe book he's using and it's actually the player's handbook that's open?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That'd be great.
Oh
Or
my
the
God.
Dungeon Master's Guide.
No, literally
Yeah.
earlier when
Wally's the
Madam
Deadpool.
Bastian was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I don't know how much a condo costs. Let me check the Dungeon Master's Guide real quick to give you
Right.
the price
Yeah.
of rental
me
property."
$10.
But yeah, Wally like looks at the spoon, he's like, thank you for the gift. It's very nice.
There.
Yeah, thank you for giving him the gift, Damian.
See, we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you notice no reaction. He's still just chipper.
Level 20. Level 20.
Mhm, mhm. He's actually a lich. He's the chef lich.
Oh my god, I would love it.
But
The
he
le chef.
proceeds to go stab a grape with the spoon, which works, and eats the grape.
Cool.
It's a very nice spoon.
Wally.
Very nice spoon.
Yeah.
Just like last time,
Uh-huh.
I'm not actually here.
But you are though.
I am.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
Thank you.
You was never here. I didn't
Mhm.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't hear nothing. Who were you? Did I do good?
You're doing great.
You did great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, Damian clearly has more important things to do.
We all do.
It's okay. He's a important guy. He's not a detective. Did you know he's a detective?
I did. Yeah.
Literally,
He's really good at it.
genuinely, we are
He
here to save
let
lives.
anyone-
We
he
have
found-
something
he
more
found-
important to do.
He found my hat one time. I couldn't find that for like 3 days.
Please tell me it was on his head.
It wasn't on his head, actually. It was on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. This character is gonna kill me.
Yeah, that's the
My God.
hope. That's the
It's
hope
gonna-
that campaign 3 ends with dead players.
It's gonna hurt so bad when he dies.
No!
I'm still waiting for you guys to catch on to the fact that you're not actually talking to Damian. You're talking to Damian's ghost. His body is still on the
Uh-huh.
floor behind
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah. Right.
But Wally like he puts the spoon aside to help with his it's now his tasting fork spoon, whatever it is. And he
Just
continues
fork.
along his way just cooking up stuff. He's like, if you want to go to wherever you're staying, just tell me where it is and I'll bring this over for you when it's all done.
What was the number on the key?
306.
306. Okay. I will relay that information.
Okay. But yeah, he just continues with what he's making. He'll bring it all at once. But he does, in the middle of that, he does pause and he says, Damian. Should I not call you Damian?
You can call me Damian.
Okay. So Renee, she was
Renee?
Renee. She sent me a letter asking some questions about the stuff going on in Sparkway. Am I okay to talk to you about that, or should I write it down?
Both.
Okay. I'll try to remember. So she asked me about this thing called the thrombolytic agent, something to do with like blood clots or something. And I went and asked about it at the Board of Health because I got a friend there who's not really smart, and they said that it sounds like something you could probably get from like an apothecary if you went and asked. I don't know how else to help with that one because I don't really understand what I'm asking for, but apparently you can get that stuff at apothecaries. Apothecaries. The accent is fucking me up.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's not medicine, I think.
It's supposed to be.
Okay. That's all I know so far. But I'm working on some stuff too, so if I find any more out, I will write it down for you.
Okay. Just be careful.
Okay. Why?
He's chronically paranoid about
Oh,
everything. So
that makes sense. I guess you should
Mhm.
always be careful in a big city because there's a lot of things that could happen, like you could get hit by a boat.
You
By a
could
boat?
get hit by
By a boat?
Yeah, there are airships.
Oh, that's right. I was like, you're just walking down the
Get
road and
hit
it's
by
just
a boat.
just a boat.
You
It's
know,
speed
skiff.
2.
Yeah,
Some fucker with a canoe.
that's what the new skiffs are. They just hover an inch above the ground, and you power them by canoe rowing.
What is just a dude in a canoe and he's like, I can't stop.
Stop!
Stop paddling.
My fucking god, Wally is
Oh.
the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Jesus.
But yeah, he goes back to what he was doing. And you guys are headed to the townhouse?
Well, I went upstairs earlier.
What?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You're not here.
I guess I will go to my room
Okay.
before I go and meet up with them.
Okay.
What time of
Just
day is
to-
it?
You what?
What time of day is it?
At this point, it's almost noon.
Okay.
Crunch.
Wally's
Time.
been talking for a minute.
Yeah.
I
So I'll
practiced
just be
so
like,
hard. Yeah.
I'm gonna go check on MySpace for I gotta check my top 5.
Top 8.
Top
I
8,
just
whatever.
made that joke the other day. Come on.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I don't remember. But I'm gonna go check out my room for just a hot minute, just to make sure no one's rifled through my shit. Yeah, and then I'll go meet you over there, and then we can game plan or whatever. So, okay, bye. And I'll go I'll go upstairs to toward my room.
Bless your soul.
Thanks.
But yeah,
Consider it
Damian heads
blessed.
for the townhouse.
Yep.
Where's
Once-
Preston go?
Once I would have just sat down somewhere upstairs. And then when I see everyone else come up, that's when I would get up and make my way over to them and follow Damian over to the townhouse.
Todd.
I guess I will follow Damian.
Ezra, what is your favorite kind of candy?
Cool.
Cigarettes.
Lemon drops. Yeah,
Lemon
candy
drops.
cigarettes. No
Lemon drop.
drops.
Favorite drink, favorite candy.
Absinthe.
Mm.
Yeah, no, absinthe would be good for as maybe like I was gonna say like a cognac or something. Mm-hmm.
Fancy
Jaeger.
bitch.
Yeah.
My God.
Okay.
It's absolutely like cranberry vodka or some gay shit like that.
Vodka soda.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, you head up to the third floor. The second floor is where business is done. Whether that's the sexy kind or the social kind. Both are social if you think about it.
What
But
is social business?
social business would be like,
Is there
parlors where they
therapy?
yes, kinda.
Kind
Oh,
of.
cool.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
honestly, a lot of people do end up talking to sex workers and not actually fucking. So,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah.
yeah,
Because people are just
the
lonely.
Yeah.
reason this place is called a social house is literally because it is kind of a combination host club and brothel where you can go there just to spend time with somebody, play chess, drink wine, discuss philosophy, whatever. The thing about the courtesans here is that they're not just not to speak badly of sex workers, but they're not just people who are looking to make a quick buck, and they're not people that this is like their only option. They're kind of downtrodden. These are people who have like some education going on and some like special interests that are used for their job and things like that. So there's literally somebody here who is as good at chess as they are at sex. There's
Hmm.
somebody here who's a sommelier and also into BDSM, that kind of shit.
Rook
Right.
to E4. Oh.
Actually, I bet that's happened. Just sex
Probably.
during a chess game. You only get to finish if you take the king.
If you
Oh,
finish.
probably. Yeah.
Oh my
I can see
God.
that.
I'm down. But anyway, Ezra, you get
All
up
I
to
can hear is
your
Harry Potter in my head.
you get up to your
No,
room.
not
Um,
now.
you get up to your room. And would Ezra have a corner room with extra windows, or do you think it would
Oh,
be
yeah.
yeah?
No.
I feel
I'd
like
spring for
Madame
the
Bastien loves you enough that she's like, you can have a corner room.
Yeah, that's right.
So you've got two walls of windows.
Mhm.
And yours is probably not the biggest, but one of the bigger ones. A lot of courtesans here kind of make their money and go, and they tend not to live in the building. The courtesans who live on the third floor are like the career courtesans. These are the people that don't leave. So like there's not a lot of you, but you are the best.
Hmm.
And as you get there, your key opens up your locked door, and it is perfectly clean and tidy inside. In fact, tidier than you left it. Which isn't weird. Like the cleaning
Yeah.
staff do go around and like clean up these spaces without touching any of your shit, really. But you notice it's like pristine in here, and there's a couple touches that are like, this wasn't just like the janitor. And you notice in the middle of your bed, there is a little silk
Oh no.
pouch. And it is filled with lemon drops.
Mm.
Artisan lemon drops from your favorite rich ass white people candy store down the street.
Ah, yes. Ye old candy shop.
Ye old
Is there
Killwins.
any notes
Ye
or
old
anything like
Killwins.
that on there? Or...
There is a tag attached to the bag, and it just has a beautiful cursive G on it.
From
Mhm.
Murdix.
Yep. From Killwins.
Canon.
No.
Hey,
Um,
Killwins is the whitest candy shop.
it is. Yeah.
Killwin's lemon drops.
Ew. I don't even know if they sell lemon drops.
I don't care. This is fantasy
Okay.
Killwins. It's better.
Cool.
Gold shines. It's
Fantasy
gold shines.
Killwins.
Gold shines.
No, we
Oh,
can't
your
actually
dreams sound
use
true.
gold shine because that appears elsewhere. There's a canonical gold shine elsewhere. We'll get to it one
Ah.
day. Shine golds. Shine golds candy.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. I will just tuck that in my little pocket.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a balcony, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I will step out onto the balcony. Um, it's midday, so it's just kind
Yeah.
of like nice and sunny.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
sunny, a little bit of a breeze. Um,
Mhm.
it's a Yeah, Corica is located in such a place that you sort of get wind through the Avonfear fields, so it's very like fresh and you can like smell the grass and the trees. It's a prime fucking neighborhood. It's great.
Yeah.
It just
Can
smells
Um,
like
I
expensive horseshit.
that too. You do get a little bit of horse shit, but it's like kind of
can I
nice.
can I see their townhouse from the balcony?
I would say not from the balcony. The
Okay.
balcony faces Avonfear Fields, but out the windows on the other side, which are openable, there you can
Mhm.
see the townhouse.
Okay. Cool. Neat.
There goes the baker with his tray,
It's
like always. You see Belle wandering around in the streets
Uh-huh.
below.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I love that these
There's that
people were
crazy
like,
bitch
how
who
are we
just sings
gonna
every day.
right?
Huh?
They're like, how are we gonna make this place wealthy? Like, you know what we should do? We should add horses.
Nay.
That's how we do it. Central
Yep.
Park with horses. That's where New
Yeah.
York went wrong.
I
They
mean, to
added
be
horse.
fair, horses are not a commodity anymore in the real world in
Mm-hmm.
America. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you have horses, you're probably a rich bitch or a
Mm-hmm.
very dedicated hobbyist.
Mm-hmm.
Or an investor in Elmer's.
That's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Horses are not the animals you need if you're an investor in Elmer's.
I know. It's
I'm
But if
PVA
going
glue
to
anyway.
glance over to the balcony next to mine. Nobody's there, right?
I don't know, is there? You
I
tell
don't
me.
know.
You tell
I'm just
me.
being paranoid.
Is there anybody over there? Do you want there to be anybody over there?
That's up to you, man. This you are.
High or low.
I'm gonna have
Oh
to
God.
do the like 3 hours later SpongeBob meme here.
Oh, shut the
3 hours later. Um, yeah, high or low?
Mm, low.
You see
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
somewhat on the tall side,
Mhm.
slender, very
Oh, another twink.
handsome, half elven man with long brown hair almost dipping into auburn.
It's Timothy
Um,
Chalamet.
sort of a sort of
Every one
a
of you.
somewhere between stubble and a beard on his face. Hasn't shaved in a while, it seems. Very loose, like imagine just romance book loose billowy shirt. Very like tight black leggings, bare feet. Um, and he is leaning on the railing of his balcony and he has like a little wooden pipe with like the long stem, not as like Gandalf long, but um and he's just sort of leaned on one elbow, holding the pipe in one hand. And you can see him looking out at the Avonfear fields with these just sparkling eyes,
Uh,
completely unaware of your presence.
yep, I'm gonna freeze and I'm going to see if I can stealthily tread, like creep away and get back inside. And I have disadvantage on that.
Yeah, you do, you
Awesome.
cleric.
Okay. That was an 8.
That does not pass his passive perception, which is 10.
Yep. Mhm.
Oh wow, it was a low
Yeah.
bar.
Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, you see the pipe just very slightly smoking, but he has seemed to have forgotten it a little bit, and he like goes to look down to like tap ashes out of it and like not finish it because he's just not interested. and he notices movement out of the corner of his eye, and he looks, and you just see his face light up with a smile. And he like nearly drops his pipe, and he's like, Ezra, I didn't know you were
Hey,
back.
yeah,
And
here.
he like, so the distance between your balconies, the two railings, is about 5 feet.
Mhm.
Gideon jumps that 5 feet to your balcony. He's done it many times.
Mhm.
And he just grabs you and hugs you.
Mm. I will hug him back very tentatively.
You're Yugi in this situation.
Yeah, pretty
Ugh.
much. Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I missed you too.
but he sort of steps back a little bit, kind of remembering himself, and holds you at arm's length, and you just these beautiful hazel eyes looking down
Mm,
or looking up at you. I think you're taller than him.
am I?
How
I don't
tall is
know. How
Ezra?
tall? Hold on. I have it written down. I he is he's not that tall, 5'9".
Oh no, he's way taller
Yeah.
than you. I'm so sorry. He's
Yeah.
6'6".
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
God, he's so tall. Holy
that's
shit.
how tall the real
Well,
man is.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Um, but he looks down at you and he's like, I did you get my gift?
I did. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sending me my favorite. I really
Oh yeah.
appreciate it.
Well, I mean, I was just walking around. It was this podunk little town,
Yeah.
and they had this market there, and I just saw the licorice, and I was like, oh well, you know, might as well just. It was fine. Yeah, it was nothing.
Well, I'm flattered that you're thinking of me while you're away doing your business.
Yeah.
I missed you.
Uh, I missed you. I don't know how long I'm staying. Probably for at least an extended period, but
Okay. I mean, where where are you going off to after this then?
uh, that's a good question. I don't know. My things have gotten a little sticky for me, I guess.
Do you need help?
No, no, it's not that kind of sticky. Not like I owe people money sticky. My brother
Lowercase
and I,
sticky.
yeah,
I love that
my
that's a thing now.
Yep.
yeah. My brother and I started talking again.
Oh,
Brother and I.
Yeah.
like the Damian, right?
Yes. Uh-huh. Yep. Um,
I thought he was an asshole.
he's such an asshole. Um,
So why are
I
you
guess he's
talking to him again?
I don't know. I he got banged up a little bit and I felt bad. So I met up with him and
I
then
get that.
he brought me along on a job that he was working and that's how I ended up in Podunk little town.
Wait, what
Um,
kind of job? Got banged up. What
um
kind of work does he do?
he's a detective. The
So you're like solving murders or something.
Yeah, essentially.
And that's not dangerous?
Okay. Look, I I'm trying to like I'm trying to be like a good person.
I mean, you don't really have to try that hard.
You're sweet. You're
I'm
very sweet.
honest.
hmm I don't know. I just figured that maybe if I'm hanging around my brother, who has seemed to be making some sort of effort to improve himself incremental efforts, very small increments. Uh, then I should probably do that too, you know. Uh, get the family
Well,
back together.
I
As
hope
it
you don't
were.
mean your parents too.
Uh, that's also a little complicated. I apparently have a new sibling. Yeah.
Congratulations, question mark?
Probably not. It was probably some sort of fucked up, like, let's have at least one child who doesn't hate us
A
ploy.
replacement.
Yeah. hmm
Mhm.
So,
Well, if you ever want to
yeah.
go kidnap your new sibling from your parents, let me know.
Trust me, there is nobody that I would rather take along on a kidnapping mission than you.
Well,
Uh,
I don't know how useful I'd actually be, but you know
oh,
me,
shut
I
up.
break like a twig.
You're useful.
Well, in some ways.
Yeah.
But
You can be the brains, I'll be the brawn. Here we go.
actually, I kind of wanted to tell you something interesting that's happened while you're gone.
Oh, gossip. Tell. Spill.
No, not gossip. So about the whole
Oh.
brains thing. You and the madam and well, a lot of people around here have always told me that I'm pretty smart. I mean,
Mhm.
somewhat at least.
I'd agree with that.
And so the madam, she she introduced me to somebody who had connections at Sun College, and I'm taking classes, like magic classes. I've got a
That's
license
great.
and everything.
Oh my God. That's awesome. I'm glad. What are you studying? What school?
Well, right now, they recommended evocation to me. Um, but I'm kind of enjoying conjuration too. I haven't really picked a so-called major yet, but I suppose I don't have to until I get into like specialized licenses. But
Yeah.
um, I've told you before, I grew up in a place where there was no chance to learn any magic, so uh, I've got a couple cantrips under my belt now, and I can actually kind of patch people up. It's coming really handy.
Well, good.
I'm,
I always have thought that you're wasting all your little, I'll tap his forehead, wasting all your smarts on talking to rich, lonely people.
I mean, I'm good at it though.
You are good
How does Butch put it? He says, "Wasting all my brain noodles," I think is what he says.
at it.
Um, but yeah, you said this thing to me before you left about, you know, being worth more than a good time, and I took you seriously. So thanks.
Yeah, anytime.
But if you're busy, with your brother or
Yeah.
any of that, we should we should set a time, dinner or something.
Yeah.
I'm off the next couple of days, so anytime. I'd
Oh,
love to
yeah.
meet him too and see if he's
Um,
actually worth the shit. Uh,
yeah, that will definitely be a meeting that won't make me want to vomit. Um, yeah.
if you don't want me to meet him, I don't
No,
have to.
it's not. Let me just say it's not you. It's not you I'm worried
No, I
about.
I understand it's not me, but I'm just saying if it would make you that uncomfortable, you don't have to.
No, it's fine.
We can wait until, we've decided he's a good egg before we do that.
He's house trained enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got some manners.
Uh-huh.
But
Okay. I'm
I'm
probably
just-
going to be staying in here while I'm here. They're staying across the street.
Oh, see,
Thanks
me and
to
I
Mom.
can sneak over here with a bottle of wine and we can catch up on gossip.
Is that what you guys call it?
Damian
I
below.
would-
Is that what you guys call it?
Shut the fuck
I
up.
can hear everything.
I'm Batman.
I would be disappointed if you didn't.
All right. I'll see if we have your favorite.
Okay. Yeah.
And he gives you good squeeze and he exits through your room, going back to his.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up, Ben. This is what we do. We love flirting with
I
each
know.
other.
Yep.
I know you do.
Bold of you to assume they'll stop after 16 months.
No, I
Yeah,
know.
I
It'll
know.
just be different characters.
No,
Yep.
that's how long the campaign will be, is 16 months.
No, I know. I'm saying bold of you to assume it'll stop after that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
For the
Um,
rest of our lives.
For the rest of our
Rest-
lives.
Maybe.
Listen.
Who knows?
listen, Ash and I literally had conversations about how much we flirt with each other.
Yeah.
It's great.
We
It's our-
have had.
Upsetting.
Yeah.
flirting with
What do you mean that's upsetting?
I wasn't sure you heard me.
flirting is one of the pastimes I didn't know I loved until D&D happened.
It's
Mm.
fun.
It's fun to flirt when you have no emotional connection.
When there's no stakes
well,
at all.
not no,
It's like-
I didn't mean
no,
it like
but
that.
like
But a good
no real
T-bone.
stakes.
Speaking of no
Yeah.
stakes flirting, my favorite moment during that whole scene is when Ash said that Ezra just tapped him on the forehead, which I think
Mhm.
in both of your minds was like, like that. But in reality,
Just
it was
like a little-
No, in reality, it was like this.
Tiptoes.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
he's a tall boy.
He's
Yeah.
a foot taller than you, basically.
And
No,
for
a
everybody
little less
watching at
than that.
home, if you want to know who that character was and why I had such a specific description of him, it's Hosier.
Oh god.
I wrote into my backstory. I was like, this guy's really hot and beautiful and is gorgeous and Irish. I put down think Hosier, and then I told Taiylor I basically created this character so that I could date Hosier.
Yep.
What the
I
hell
didn't
is a
think that they
Hosier?
would.
The
You don't
singer,
know Hosier?
Take Me to Church.
Yeah.
Oh, I found pictures. Oh,
Yeah.
this is not what I was thinking of.
He's a beautiful man.
He is.
I'm going
Okay.
to see him perform at the end of the month.
Okay.
I'm so glad I
Yeah.
caught that and told you about it.
I'm excited.
Okay.
He cute boy.
It's
He
okay.
is cute.
Koop, I love that you sent a fucking gif of Jesus.
Yeah.
Close
Well,
enough.
Hannah and I bought shirts. Theirs says Jesus and it has a bunch of pictures of Hosier all over it.
Hmm.
And then mine says Hosier and it's a bunch of pictures of Nandor from What We Do in the Shadows.
God.
and we're wearing the
That's hilarious.
This is not the guy that
Yeah.
came up on my Google search, so that's a totally different
Oh.
person.
Yeah.
I got another singer who was like had red hair and was like jacked and covered in tattoos and shit.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Nope.
we're
This
we're
is
talking
a-
about the same person.
Thin,
Skinny
reedy
Irish boy.
Irish boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So
Oh,
Ezra.
you looked up Hosier with an S, not Hosier with a Z.
The
Yeah, it's
Z.
not
Why
a
would it be a
hosier.
Z?
It's not a
It'd
person who
be
makes
hip and
hose.
cool.
It's Hosier.
Hosier.
Oh
or
my
something. I
God.
don't know.
Yeah, Hosier
Hosier.
makes women's hose, aka tights.
And is also
That's a hosiery.
yeah.
That's where they're sold.
Okay, I found
Milliner
it
works
now.
at a millinery.
Yeah.
Sells hats.
Yep.
Anyway.
Okay. I see it.
Yeah.
So Ezra, you do your thing, whatever it is your thing is.
I'm just gonna go through and make sure all my shit's like still there and
It
stuff.
is.
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
He looks like such a horse girl, you guys.
a little bit. He looks like an Irish farm boy, but
A
Yeah.
little bit, yeah.
yeah,
He is an Irish farm boy.
He's
We're
got
gonna-
the voice of a goddamn angel.
we're gonna wrap things
Oh,
Let's
Um,
wrap
Castille.
it.
that wasn't at you, Ash. But
Yeah.
eventually
Oh.
you all
Yeah,
gather
yeah.
at the townhouse. Um, the townhouse, you guys know what some of the nicer houses in like Heritage Hill look like, right?
I've lived in them.
Um,
Sure.
I mean, that's
sure.
Coop's parents'
You're doing it
houses.
now?
Yeah.
So imagine a sort of like end of Victorian era, very beautifully painted, like mint green house, with like the overhanging second floor that has like a covered porch below it. Has like turrets on it, has bay windows, has a little driveway for carriages. Um, has a stable in the back that is sort of like a communal stable of this whole neighborhood, but does have its
Mm.
own stable. Um, and fully electric, as are most homes in Konstanos at that point. You guys see that there's a lot of imagery of different kinds of flowers on these townhouses owned by the madam. The theme of this particular one seems to be, let's say, hydrangeas. Um, so surrounded by hydrangea bushes, imagery of them like etched into the wood around the door. The front door is painted a lovely deep purple color to sort of clash with the outer color of the home. And inside there are two sort of narrow stories going on. The bottom floor has a kitchen and den and sort of like a back room storage area, and then the upper floor has three bedrooms. Um, Preston, you will be able to take the largest room and make like a king size bed work for yourself. Everyone else has like largish twin beds, not quite queens. Todd gets his own room if he wants one.
Oh, woo. Odd
But
room.
Damian and Preston have keys.
Hopefully there's not a deposit.
That
Why?
chicken shitting everywhere.
Yeah. That's
I
what
was
I'm
just thinking of lighting
saying.
it on fire, that's all.
Is
Oh,
there anything you guys want to do before we wrap up?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't have
Not
anything.
at this point.
All right. So now that you're here, now that you've secured your place for a month, um, the sort of next steps will be getting acquainted with the area and, of course, catching up on some leads and contacts that you guys have. But we will close as noon comes over Corica in Konstanos. And you guys are already kind of living it up. So enjoy.